What's up, guys? We are going after 3 of our favorite hip strengthening exercises for runners. It's gonna be all about that bridge. We're gonna give you some different variations. So even if you're a bridge pro, we're gonna give you something that's very challenging. We're gonna show you why you need to be doing these things at least twice a week, no matter what kind of runner you are. All right, guys, so I'm now behind the camera. We got Holly here gonna be demonstrating all of our bridge variations for us. Now, we like bridges in general because they are so good for you know, they're pretty safe. I can do them anywhere, and they're just great for really activating and stabilizing our hips, getting our glutes and hamstrings firing, and everything else. So what Holly's gonna do, she's gonna lay on her back, and she's just kind of sitting there as I'm talking. She's gonna get her heels pretty close to her butt. There we go. And the first thing she's gonna do is just this regular bridge where she's just gonna push her hips up in the air. Good. Abs are on tight, butt is squeezed, and she get a lot of butt and hamstring. You know, little tension there, and then she's gonna lower her hips down to the ground. She's gonna press up again, boom, and then come back down. So that's our standard bridge, and this is a good place to start, especially for the other ones get a little bit more difficult. She's gonna make sure her knees stay pretty close together. Sometimes the knees are gonna wanna wing out a little bit. I'm just gonna walk around just to sort of show you a little bit here from the side. There we go, hips are high. And then she's gonna go back down there too. Perfect. Now what we're going after today is that single leg bridge. And what she's gonna do is extend one leg. She's gonna point that toe. I'm gonna back up a little bit so we get the full frame. We always like the full frame, there we go. She's gonna push her hips up. Good, and then come back down. Now you're gonna notice that when she goes to this single leg, it's gonna be harder to get those hips up to the same height. Isn't it harder, Holly?
Yeah.
It's a little bit hollow, right? So she's gonna have to work a little bit harder to get those hips up higher. And if you seem to have your hips dropped a little bit, that's okay. But we're really gonna go after that. She's gonna do a few on the other side. Good. Now for all our bridge exercises, what we're going for is a total of at least 32 times a week. You could break those up into sets of 5 or sets of 10. In the case of the single leg bridge, we're gonna go for 10 per leg. And just a few more standards on this one. As she drops her legs out and goes up, she's gonna wanna make sure her hips are nice and level. As she goes, she's gonna notice that her right hip is gonna wanna drop to the ground a little bit. It's gonna collapse a little bit, so we wanna avoid that as she goes. And she's doing a fantastic job of pointing that toe and flexing that quad as she goes up and down. So boom, that's her single leg bridge. All right, so fun fact, we're gonna be working on these TRX straps, and Holly has never gone and done these little bridges before, so we're gonna do them together, and we're gonna see if we can coach her through it. So the first thing we're gonna do is set the straps up. If you have these TRX straps, you want to, so that they're pretty low off the ground, you know, a couple inches is great, or they look to be about 12, 18 inches, something like that. And you're gonna notice that they have those, you know, handles, and then they have the straps down below. What she's gonna go after is gonna be these straps down below, and she's actually gonna stick her heels in them, and she's not gonna go all the way through. Her toe is gonna be on the other side of the handle. It's gonna be out where, so the toe right now is through the handle, it's actually gonna be on the same side as you. So the heel's just gonna go in, yeah, there we go. Guys, I'm trying to use my words today, there we go. But hey, this is live, we've never done this before, so bear with us. Good, and she's gonna set this thing up so that her you know, anchor point is probably directly underneath her. That's actually a way of making it a little bit easier where she is. And from here, we're gonna do the same bridge where she's gonna try to keep her heels in one spot. She's gonna push her hips up in the air, and all of a sudden, whew, that gets a little harder, huh? Oh man. And let's do a couple here, good. Guys, this is gonna be a lot shakier. Your legs are gonna wanna straighten a lot. So what she's gonna wanna try to do is keep her heels even closer to her butt. Even closer, even closer. There we go, and push up, push up, push up. So notice that the higher the strap, she can get higher height here, and this is gonna be a little harder. The knees are gonna wanna separate a little bit more. She's gonna have to keep her knees and everything else in line as well. That's our next little progression in our bridges. If you got these straps, they're killer. They make a big difference. All right, Holly didn't know she was gonna get a little bit of a workout today. So what we have is a dumbbell for our third bridge variation, which is actually gonna be a weighted bridge. Now, you could do this with a plate, you could even do this with a barbell. We just happen to have a dumbbell with us. That's what we're gonna kind of use today. And she's gonna set that dumbbell up, so it's just across her hips. And what we're gonna do is go back to that first little bridge we did, where we're gonna do two-legged bridge, holding that dumbbell right there on the hips. She's gonna just push her hips up, come back down, right back up again, come back down, fantastic. Now we're gonna do the single leg variation. I didn't know we were gonna do that, I'm putting her on the spot. You ready, Holly? Let's do it. All right, she's gonna push those hips up high. Oh snap, that gets a little bit harder. And guys, anytime we add a little bit of load, it's just a greater way to get more tension in the system, more core strength, get more of those little muscle fibers firing for us. What we did with the TRX strap was added some instability into the mix, so that was the way we made it harder there too. She's gonna get her 8 to 10 or total set of 30, and once again, you can play with different dumbbells here, but once again, getting those dumbbell bridges in at least 2 times per week, they're so handy, they're so safe, they're not super high skill level in a good way, and they're very approachable for all of us. Definitely make you a better runner. Guys, we got one more thing for you. We have some free strength and mobility exercises for runners that we think will make a huge impact for you, and you can bring them anywhere. You can do them at home, you can show them to your friends. All you need to do to get these killer exercises is to click this link in this video for our Quick Start Strength program. If you happen to be on a mobile device, go ahead and hit that link down below in the description. Either way, it's gonna take you to a page where all you need to do is enter your name and your email address, and I'll be able to send you these 2 weeks of strength exercise workouts. You're gonna love it. Of course, like this video. Let us know if you liked it. We always like to hear. Definitely drop a comment if you have any questions on anything we did or requests for other videos you'd like to see from us. Definitely subscribe to our channel if you want more running and strength and technique and race workout videos in your life. I know we do. So definitely hit that subscription button. We would love to get you on there. And of course, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next video.